Hello everyone, and welcome to probably a short stream. And this is mainly going to be about Sinatra. If you don't know already, professional Overwatch player Sinatra has retired from professional Overwatch and is now moving to Valorant in the Sentinels Sentinels, I don't know, Sentinels team in Valorant. Also with, I need to remember. Hang on. There you go. Along with Shazam, Sick, and Zombs. I think Zombs is also. Yeah, so Zombs was also part of Overwatch as well. Sick was formerly from Counter Strike, and Shazam I know is also formerly from Counter Strike as well. So, of course, this is big news, and we all weren't expecting it. We basically all got blindsided by from it. And of course, he made a tweet long, basically just talking about it. Um, Basically, the reason why he. Hang on, I should probably check if I have audio. I do have audio, thank God. Uh, so the reason why he actually decided to retire from Overwatch professionally is he just straight up just lost passion for the game. As of course, everyone who has retired has basically just lost passion of the game, or because the game is literally about to die, and it will die. All right. Mark my words, it will die. That's why I'm preparing to, move from Overwatch to Valorant. Even if the whole thing, like the whole controversy about Vanguard and just snooping on your in your PC. It's kind of bad, but yeah, it's. I'll talk about that another time. I mean, I think I already talked about it once. So based back to Sinatra, he lost passion for the game, and because he said, I don't know what the real killer was for me. Maybe it was 222 lock. Maybe it was bans. I'm not sure. It was most likely the bans because the bans are absolutely horseshit. I'll be honest, and Blizzard needs to fix that. Like May is probably has a really high percentage, and he didn't ban May, which I think is absolutely retarded. And then he said, and then he goes on saying, I just know it was hard for me to log on to play, and I didn't have fun in scrim slash ranked at all anymore. I did not make this decision one day. It took a full month of non-stop me thinking every day and sleepless nights from being so stressed. It fucking sucked, but ultimately I wanted to do what's right for me. I want to thank NRG slash Shock and Al for giving me a chance of making my dreams come true. Lastly, I just want to say sorry to all my fans of OWL and everyone on Shock. In the past month, I did not give Overwatch slash Overwatch League my all, and it showed in scrims and even in OWL, so I'm sorry. Also, so he apologizes that he didn't really play really well. It's kind of like the double up situation where I think a player was kicked out. I forgot his name. He was kicked out of the team. He didn't like it because he thought the whole roster was all good, and he thought it was a real championship contender, and he quote unquote got blindsided into benching it though. I think some in the organization said, "Nah, that's not true," because we talked about him and everything. So, and he wasn't giving his hardest as well because he thought this roster wasn't going to work and everything. So, yeah, like, it's sad, of course, that Sinatra has retired. Basically, like an MVP, an MVP Overwatch League player has retired, and it's crazy. And yeah, it just I'm quite surprised, but of course, if you read the reason why he did it, then it kind of makes sense. because of how because of current state of Overwatch is currently, a lot of players have retired, and yeah, it's kind of bullshit of how bad Blizzard is really managing the esports scene in general. Not even Overwatch, they're not even um like supporting Overwatch League well. Like they're doing probably the shittiest job in the world. So good job, Blizzard. And yeah, so I think Overwatch is definitely gonna die. If Overwatch 2 just pulls off a miracle and actually brings back some players, then maybe. But everyone is gonna go Valorant, and we all know that. And also, Super's the only player from the inaugural season. The only player. Everyone else has either joined in 2018 or 2019. So yeah, they're not going to go. Yeah, Shock may struggle. This actually goes on to very nicely to my next point. Um, fuck, what was it again? Yeah. Uh, how much will Overwatch League and Owl be affected? In my opinion, they'll be extremely affected by it. Both Overwatch and Overwatch. Of course, Overwatch because they're rapidly losing players, just really quickly. And teams as well. Academy teams like recently, like Team Envy, they went bye bye. I think also like Simplicity as well. Like I actually don't know about Simplicity. What else? Eternal Academy has went bye bye. I think Montreal Rebellion recently. Oh, not recently. Clockwork Vendetta, Horus Gaming. They disbanded. And a lot of like teams that just went bye bye. Yeah, so that's Montreal Rebellion. I think I should talk about them. Swimmer leaves Boston Uprising. It's really bad. And if Blizzard doesn't get their shit together, and then Overwatch is definitely going to die. For the Overwatch League, however, it does affect them a lot as well, but not as much as Overwatch, like Overwatch in the game. Yes, they do lose their an MVP player of Sinatra. They do lose him, and of course it sucks that they lost a player who was formerly an MVP. Like, what happens if Jonak just retires? That'll be extremely sad because he was the first MVP candidate, and he's an absolute nutty on Zenyatta, and Sinatra's of course nutty on his Zarya and his Tracer, and also like Jonak also for Ana as well. So it also affects the Overwatch League. Not really in a big way, like in the actual Overwatch game, as of course Overwatch has been affected quite a lot, especially the release of Team Envy, the recently disbanded of Team Envy. Um, look, well, they have okay. What's the name of that? They haven't disbanded, but they released their roster. Yeah, so and Team Envy parts ways with the Overwatch Contenders team. Um, I don't know if they're gonna come back. I actually really don't know. Like, looks like a Counter Strike. Counter Strike, yeah, they're doing all right. They're kind of. Like I don't really know if they actually are doing well. PUBG. All right. So they disbanded. So PUBG actually disbanded in Team Envy. StarCraft 2, they also disbanded as well. So it definitely looks like that Team Envy is just disbanding quite a lot of its teams in different esports. It's like a Rocket League. Rocket League is yeah. Rocket League is still going. And Call of Duty, Yeah, so they also disbanded as well. Okay, let's have a look at COD actually, because COD is kind of similar to Overwatch League. They're okay. You know, like they're never going to be like affected by it, to be honest. And then here's Overwatch League. Yeah, so like yeah, so basically Call of Duty League and Overwatch League, they're basically the same. They just have exactly yeah, they have like basically the exact same setup. Like it's just franchise. So it gets like the Atlanta Fae, Chicago Huntsmen, Dallas Empire, or those other ones, Optic Gaming Los Angeles, other ones as well. And then for Overwatch, how's their franchise going? Absolutely crap because the game is just unfun. Like, if you are actually having fun in Overwatch, and then I just want to say props to you guys because it's impossible now to actually have fun in Overwatch. Like, yes, you can sometimes have fun in Overwatch in like some games, but if you're like professionally like playing it and grinding your way, it's not fun at all because just a lot of like there's a lot of toxic people. Even though even though actually like if you actually think about it, about like compared to like the whole esports, like so like the games, like CS:GO, Call of Duty, Rocket League, all those games, it's actually quite tame. It's pretty tame. Like I think Counter Strike may be the worst. I'm gonna say. I don't know about Call of Duty. Maybe Call of Duty. I don't really know. Hang on. League of Legends. Yeah, definitely. I don't know about Artifact. Artifact's just dead. Heroes. I don't know. Hearthstone. Probably. Apex Legends. Probably. Smash. Definitely. I don't know. I'm just guessing. Rainbow Six. Yeah. So so yeah. So the Overwatch game is actually pretty tame compared to every like other games. But that still won't help the Overwatch community or the Overwatch game. And which actually nicely follows into my next one. Is this a wake up call for Blizzard? So like they notice, oh shit, one of our MVP players and representative of the of Team USA for I think 3 years has retired. Oh shit, we better do something. So all of the players. I should really just play music or something, just so this headset won't turn off. Like, they're gonna be like, oh shit, we have to do something. Like, we better actually focus a lot on our esports development. I get it. Okay, I understand. The development of the new game is important, of course, and of course of the global pandemic that's also happening as well. That's bad, alright? I know that, but even before, you had a lot of time. Like, yes, like 5 months, 3 months, yes, that's probably like a little, but now it's like in November. And you already had gameplay of it. We had gameplay of it, alright? And then you're like, oh, okay, yeah. Why don't you just like, just keep working on it? If you're almost done, like, okay, Blizzard, if you're almost done on making the game, if it was like 80%, 70%, it'll make sense, right? But if it's like 30% done and 50% done, I'm like, what the fuck? Like anything like over 50%, I'm like, okay. Anything below 40, like 50%, is just like, well, what the fuck have you been doing? Just lounging around? Like, if that's the case, you guys are companies, alright? You guys, okay? Blizzard is one of the most popular like gaming companies. Uh, whatever the word. Like yeah, like companies like in gaming. Like you may like classics, StarCraft, Diablo. No, I don't know if Diablo's really like a classic, but yeah, Warcraft. That like, well, Warcraft that's not dead. And like, like you guys like recently released the Oh, oh, what's it called again? They did recently release a like a base like a pack in World of Warcraft. Just can't remember what it was. But basically, like what I'm trying to say is, um, it is in World of Warcraft. Just can't remember. I don't want to try for free. Fucking hell. um, I don't know, but i it's dumb. Like I don't actually like yeah. So I get it. If you're working on the game on Overwatch 2, yes, that makes sense. And also because of the pandemic, it's kind of just pause everything, especially in America. It's basically just gone all pause because there's like a million cases there. I get that. All right, it's tough to trying to make a game in like while in quarantine. It is hard. It is tough. But when was BlizzCon last year? All right, I'm gonna say it was. I think it was also rain outside. So that was 1st of November to the 2nd November. So that's basically the start of November. You basically had the whole of November, January, and February to make the bloody game. You already had gameplay of it as well, right? Yeah, like I think it was like two different modes and maps as well, and some characters as well, and you couldn't bloody like they couldn't finish like in time for the okay yes yeah. The pandemic was kind of just like just a blindside. Okay, no one was expecting it, but I'm just gonna move. But like you guys had time to almost finish it. Like if it was like up to like 80%, and it makes sense. That's good. That's good progress. If it was around like 40% or 45%, then I don't know what they were doing. Like, like Overwatch 2 better be good. And everyone in the Overwatch community is not anticipating that, alright? If Overwatch 2 is absolutely dog shite, and then you're never going to have players, alright? Like, it's literally impossible to play, to have like a game, like a shite game, be in the like esports scene. But if it was actually a good game, then all players who formerly played all in Overwatch 1 will come back to Overwatch 2. Even though it is mostly a story mode campaign thing, it's mostly that, to be honest. But yeah. Of course, like when people play like in BlizzCon, it was just like, oh my god, this is actually like really, really, really good. Like it's easy. Like like also like adding maps, adding heroes, that's good. And now that like you guys are now like stop like you guys stop like making characters like heroes in Overwatch 1, which means okay, so now they're gonna focus mainly fuck mainly on Overwatch 2, or they're going to mainly focus on esports. And yes, it is a tricky path. Like, do they go with the esports and pause the development of Overwatch 2 or slow it down a lot, or um do you want to develop Overwatch 2 faster and basically have the esports scene rotten in flesh and webs? It's kind of tricky. And yes, as you can definitely tell, they chose the Overwatch 2, faster development and everything. Focus on like put more resources in that than the esports scene. I get that, but you guys need to do something. And those die-hard Overwatch fans may just die. May just go off to another to another game. Like Valorant is still in closed beta, and hang on, I'm gonna go on Twitch. Look how they performing. They are performing shit so well. Look at this, 250k. The next one is I think CS:GO. Actually, no. The next one is actually just chatting. So actually no. Oh my god. Top views. Okay. So there's Valorant, League of Legends, Just Chatting, Fortnite, Dota 2, Call of Duty Modern Warfare, Counter-Strike, Hearthstone, GTA, Teamfight Tactics, World of Warcraft, Minecraft, Escape from Tarkov, and then there's Overwatch. Like I remember like one time, Overwatch had like freaking chess was beating Overwatch. Like what the hell? Okay, if I go to the Overwatch channel, you know, Hard Blue, of course, one of the most popular Overwatch streamers, including Sleepy, Kabaji. I never heard of, and then then it cuts off to of from Kabaji, and then there's all of these, not really to be mean or anything, but just basically streamers that we're not really like familiar with, like high to low, yeah. So, oh, Derek. Okay, yes, yeah. So I know Derek. That's like Ace of Spades as well. Evil Toaster, Masa. I don't really know who else actually. I've heard of Faded before. Well, of course, like these are brilliant streamers, I shall say. Of course, I haven't watched like some of them, but well, sorry, most of them, but they're probably like really, really, really good streamers. You should definitely watch them. Of course, like we have like like big names like Hardblue, Sleepy, Kabaji, Derek, Issy Boy. Yeah, I remember him. Ivutosa, Ace of Spades, Masa as well. Alright, so so Overwatch has those people. Like, yeah, those streamers. If we got a Valorant, because there's Sneaky from League of Legends, Mendo, Kefri, who recently moved there, Mango. Um, I may not know some of these. I think Timmy. I think he's League of Legends or CS:GO. I don't know. Look, I like Zoms. Zoms recently a pro player now in Valorant. I think Tempo, Gale Adelaide, IDDQD, a lot more Craggy, a lot more streamers. Well, like more like well-known streamers. Like playing Valorant. A lot more known ones. So yeah, it's Overwatch isn't gonna looking too good. I'll be honest. Not looking too well, of course. Of course, our race is actually going pretty popular because VA Supercars and basically any other motorsport basically are using it, and it's sad. Like this may be the last time I may talk about Overwatch. I don't really know. When Valorant actually does come out fully on summer 2020, so around June or to June 16th to September, early September and early June, then we will, of course, I'll play it. I'll see if I can stream it. Hopefully I can. But yeah, if I can't stream it, then I have to try and figure out to do something else. But yeah. So is this a wake up call for Blizzard as I went along this whole rant? Yes, it definitely is. A big wake up call. Yes, they've been putting a lot of their resources on Overwatch too. But if an MVP player, last year's MVP player for the Overwatch League retires because they're not having fun and like hang on, like I'm gonna quote him, like exactly quote, lost passion for the game, like maybe because like got 222 on the bans. Alright, if it was one of those ones, then you need to improve them. If it was the bans, make it more consistent. Alright, look at the percentage of how much a character's being played. Like May, for fuck's sakes, please ban her, and not like ban like a hit scan like Widowmaker McCree, who doesn't get a lot of playtime than May. May's probably played maybe 60-70% of the time, but it's like the bans are just weird. Like of course, like in the Overwatch League, we had oh, thank God the first May ban. ban, sorry. Thank you from Nori, freaking Zoe's cat, the hero that we never wanted, but we got her. We got our hero basically. It's Nori. So yeah, this is like a wake up call for Blizzard, and if they don't do anything at all, then more and more players will retire from the game and move into Valorant or any other um games. Maybe TF2. Maybe TF2. I don't really know, as TF2 actually did got Zebasai back, so I don't really play recently, but like if I go to just Team Fortress, alright, let me go to Team Fortress. How's Team Fortress going? Not too shabby, to be honest. I see a lot more greens. You know, yes, I'm not inactive. Like, yes, I'm like inactive, but not a lot of retirements, to be honest. So that's good enough. Like, I've got a Rainbow Six Siege. Like, yes, it's like some players are retire and inactive, but there's a lot more greens compared to Overwatch. It's just that there's a lot more reds. What if I go to CS:GO, which is Valorant's main competitor? How's CS:GO going? Eh, pretty good, I'll be honest. Yes, there's some reds. Yes, there's some nuns, and yes, there's Shazam and there's Anger, who both retired, but still going pretty well. As it is a really popular esport, so it kind of makes sense to be honest. Then if you look at Overwatch, alright, it's like the main difference. So we basically got Valve, and we also have Ubisoft. Alright, so we see from Valve, so from Valve, TF2 and CS:GO. Even if TF2 was so Overwatch was based off TF2. TF2 is still doing much better. CS:GO, much better, like a lot better basically, because they've been basically always better than Overwatch. Because that's well, I think CS:GO is probably like the premier of esports. I think also same with League of Legends as well. League of Legends and CS:GO come badly in and out. And then there's Rainbow Six, which is done really well as well. Overwatch, yeah, no, not really a whole lot. A lot more players retired, no more teams. Yeah, this is definitely a wake up call. If like Valve, right, like Riot Games, especially Ubisoft, or Cynox, really, like I don't know if you can really compete against Cynox and Rocket League. I don't think so, but just story. Valve, Riot Games, and Ubisoft, if their games are doing really well, and then that's definitely a wake up call. All right, how's like other like Blizzard games? Like StarCraft. StarCraft, how's that going? Let's have a look at StarCraft. StarCraft is doing an amazing job. Look at this. Really good job that StarCraft is doing. What about Hearthstone? Hearthstone is doing amazing as well. Yes, like some players have also left teams, but no retirements. That's still really good. So it definitely looks like it's probably not the company. No, Blizzard. It's probably just the game. Yeah, it's also like a bit all like on Blizzard as well because they haven't like listened to a lot of feedback. But yeah, it's definitely the game. The game is definitely not fun. Like if you like if an MVP retires, and that's really bad. If like a really like um well-known esports team just disbands, that's really bad as well. If like a lot of like academy teams are also disbanding, then that means something, and it means big time. How much Atlantic Academy, then Montreal Rebellion, then Team Envy. Alright? Like, how much of a dumb person you look at the guy to be like to look at Overwatch and like, yeah, that's okay. It's not okay. It's dog shit of how it is, basically. If I can actually try and find that page, for the academy teams, I would. Additional content? Shit, that's just all the players. Gonna be a lot less players now. Who knows? Okay, Cassis, what are you doing there? I'm trying to find it, to be honest. I can't really find it. Well, I had to try and find it. Basically, a lot of academy teams have left, and well-known teams as well, like well-known esports orgs. So yeah, they're nowadays in Sentinel, Sentin, Sentinels. I still don't know how you say. I'll be honest. Um, yeah, it's really bad, but yeah. So basically, that's why I'm gonna stop right there. Yes, this is definitely really bad for Overwatch in the Overwatch League, and this is definitely a wake up call as well. So that's it for me. Hope you guys enjoyed the stream. I'll catch you guys all later at some point. I don't know when. Goodbye.